Hello, First Christian families. I hope you're enjoying your at-home devotional kits. Did you make any of the clay animals? If you did, please send me the pictures. I would love to see them. And if you didn't get a devotional kit, please let me know so that I can make one for you for October. This week, you'll find some vegetables in your kit. An onion and a sweet potato and a red bell pepper. You can use these veggies to make soup. Are there any other things that you could add to your soup? I have these tomatoes that I grew in my garden. They are kind of a funny shape, not as perfectly round as the tomatoes that you see at the grocery store, but they're very red and they smell really tomatoey and they're really yummy. One of our activities this week will be making vegetable soup because the story for this week is called We Were All Farmers Once. And in it we learn that God calls us to serve and protect the earth. When we take care of the soil, it can grow lots of yummy fruits and vegetables. And these can provide us with healthy food. So let's sing our centering song together, and then we can listen to the story. So let's sing Be Still and Know. I like to take a deep breath in first to get ready. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Our story for this week is in the Growing in God's Love Story Bible, and it is called We Were All Farmers Once, and it has this really beautiful picture right there. So I'm going to read the story while you look at the picture. We were all farmers once. This is another story that God's people told about the beginning of the world. In this story, they wanted to tell us why being farmers kept them alive and why farmers keep everyone alive. Long ago, God made the very first person who ever lived. God took the best, richest, darkest, thickest soil from the ground, and God shaped this soil into someone who looked like you and me. Then God breathed God's own breath into this person. The first person took the first breath ever. Then, in the same best, richest, darkest, thickest soil that God made the first person from, God planted a big farm. God wanted the most beautiful fruit trees and the biggest golden fields of grain. God said to the first farmer, "Be good to the rich soil I made you from. Farm it carefully. Grow the best fields and orchards you can. All of your food will come from them, and you'll need food to stay alive." Pretty soon, God thought, wait, one farmer cannot do all this work alone. So from the same best, richest, darkest, thickest soil, God made all the farm animals to help the farmer. God made big oxen to carry loads, sheep and goats to give wool and milk. God even made dogs and cats to keep the farmer company. God decided this was pretty good, and it was a good time to make all the wild animals too. So God did. But pretty soon God thought, wait, we need a family. Just one person with all of these animals? That will never work. So God made another person, and then the world had two parents who could start a family and work on the farm together. Long ago, all families were farmers who grew all the food that they ate on their farm. Today, most families are not farmers. But here's the thing, all the food that your family eats, farmers somewhere had to grow them for you. Do you know who they are and where the farmers are? This story is another creation story. We heard last week about God creating people and all the animals in all the worlds. But in this story, God creates people first. So it's a little different than the last story. I wonder, are there other ways that this story is the same or different from the last story? And I wonder why in this story God created humans. What do you think? And how is your experience getting food the same or different from this story? For me, it's different because usually I get my food from the grocery store. But sometimes it's the same because I also grow tomatoes. And I've had a lot of tomatoes this year and I've been eating a lot of them. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for your weekly devotional and story from our Growing in God's Love Story Bible. I'll see you next week. Bye.